So guys, Oshiomole and P2B have come out to expose those that are responsible for the illegal mining in Nigeria, and they made so much points because ask yourself, how do they used to get those their tools for illegal mining, and how they used to pass to where they used to pass through? It must be approved and must be signed, and who does that is these are the generals, the leaders of our country, Nigeria. So now guys, take a look at what Oshiomole and P2B said about this illegal mining in Nigeria, and I'll be with you guys in a minute. Just take a look.
Oil in Nigeria is being stolen by people in government. Nobody can steal oil. It's not a sweet. You can't go into grocery shop and steal something and put it in your pocket and go with on your back. You can't steal oil like that. For you to steal oil, a ship has to come into your territorial waters, load the oil. And no ship can go into a nation's territorial waters without the approval of its navy. And you load it. For you to leave, you have to have approval. And everybody knows where every ship is on the surface of the earth. It's something that is recorded. So, if somebody is able to take away oil, there's a high level connivance between external and internal people who have organized for the oil to leave. And you can even trace the oil to where it is offloaded. So it's not something, it's not an easy thing to steal. Yeah. It can only be done officially. Between January 1st of this year and about 30th of April, first 4 months, our revenue was in the region of about 1.6 trillion. Our expenditure is about 4.7 trillion. So we had a deficit of almost 3.1 trillion in terms of naira. But in 2 months, I said it might not be, all the money might not be coming to us, but shared with our partners. We lost almost 2.83 trillion. We have 200 million in population. We have about 60% youth unemployment, which is about 20 million youths don't know where the next people will come from. Is it not pipeline? We go and stand everybody on the line there and make sure that nobody takes 1 barrel of it. I'm prepared to go and stand on the line, all of us, because this is the only resources we have.
Tell me any candidate better than P2B. This is a man that understands the game, a man that understands the people, a man that knows what it takes to win the souls of many. That's why P2B is no longer a leader, but it's not a movement as a whole. But I'd like guys to take a look at what Oshiomole said, because they are all saying something about the government being aware of the illegal mining and them also being connected to the illegal mining. So take a look at what Oshiomole said in his own video, and then we can now summarize at the end, and you can hear your views. I'll see you guys in a minute.
There is no question in my view, and I come from an area where you have, like you rightly said, sir, there is hardly any part of Nigeria where you don't have solid minerals, even in the south-south. But what I observe, whereas the federal government is ruthless with people who are doing illegal oil buckling, and they deploy JTF to deal with those involved in illegal buckling, when it comes to illegal mining of solid minerals, the federal government changes. It's like using different standards. And I'm very angry about that. Because if we have to fight, deploy army, even to kill, for anyone who is involved in illegal buckling of oil, and you deploy JTF, a combination of army, police, air force, everybody, why are we allowing illegal mining in many parts of the country that is going on? And they are being mined by retired generals, and we know them. Yes, we know them. Nobody can pretend he doesn't know them. I did a letter to former President Buhari, because somebody I sent to go and conduct a primary somewhere reported back to me, a retired general of Northern Extraction, told me that, look, Adams, you are worried about the challenge of conducting primaries in Zamfara. The challenge you see is there is far more than that. And if it's not dealt with, Nigeria will not know peace in parts of the country. And this gold go all the way through the all to Kaduna. And Up to, yeah, correct. And he told me that those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. That some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that which these on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to sanity, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is a happen.
So he asked a question: who afford a chopper? And all these things must be signed by the generals. That means our generals are even among those that are illegally mining this our oil, and they will export it, and then they will make tons of money from it. But guess what? It is not enough for them. They will still come and be looting public funds. Many people and Oshiomole was stating the same thing, that these people that are illegally mining these things, they don't just do it. There must be a connection, there must be a passage, and these are done by the generals and by our government. I believe you've seen those that are causing or those involved in illegal mining in Nigeria, this buckling, and yet we are crying that our resources are being stolen by the same people that are meant to protecting it. Because how can they be exporting our oil illegally, making money for themselves, and they don't even think about the Nigeria as a whole? They don't even think about the country, and yet they are talking about Nigeria being united and Nigeria being one, which is actually a joke to me. I think we need to wake up and face reality, because this government are just playing with us. You can imagine government being involved in insecurity, being involved in buckling. Then what else are the government known for? They are meant to protect people. They are meant to arrest those illegally mining our oil, and they are meant to protect the nation. But guess what? They are the ones that are being protected from. Now again, police can just stop you at the road, hijack you without doing anything, and then you arrest you and put you in prison for doing nothing wrong. Because he saw you, he picked you up because you're dressing nice, he termed you a Yahoo boy, picked you up, arrested you. That's the kind of nation we have here in Nigeria. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to always add your view in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.